The NBA has a problem, and it's not just declining ratings or load management. It's that the fire, the passion, the rivalries, they've gone cold. But something's stirring. Not in the NBA, not yet, but in the league next door. A rivalry is brewing, one built on competition, charisma, and controversy. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. And if you think it's just about women's basketball, you're not paying attention. This isn't just a feud. This could be the spark that reignites the entire game. To understand where this is going, you have to go back to where it started. Caitlin Clark was the prodigy, a Midwest sniper, logo range assassin with court vision that had scouts calling her the female Steph Curry before she ever stepped on an NCAA court. Angel Reese, Baltimore-born, tenacious, gritty, unfiltered, a walking double-double with a chip on her shoulder. They didn't come from the same places, nor did they play the same way, but somehow, destiny put them on a collision course. It all came to a head in 2023, LSU versus Iowa. Clark had become a media darling, putting up 40-point nights with jaw-dropping dimes. Reese was the heart of LSU, tough, emotional, and resilient. When LSU won the championship and Angel hit Caitlin with the "you can't see me" celebration, the internet lit on fire. To some, it was disrespect. To others, pure competition. But one thing was clear. People cared. And that hasn't happened in the basketball world for a long time. It's draft night, 2024. Caitlin Clark goes number 1 to the Indiana Fever, and Angel Reese to Chicago. Two franchises starving for relevance, now center stage. Within weeks, WNBA attendance broke records. TV ratings doubled. Jerseys flew off shelves. The league went from an afterthought to a major news headline. And here's the wild part. It wasn't just WNBA fans watching. NBA arenas started taking notes because Caitlin and Angel weren't just playing great basketball. They were selling storylines. Think about what made the NBA special in its golden eras. It wasn't just the talent, it was the stakes, the emotion, the grudges. Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson? That rivalry saved the league. MJ versus the Detroit Pistons Bad Boys? That was a war. Kobe versus Tim Duncan? A battle of dynasties. Even LeBron had to go through the Warriors dynasty to earn his city its first title. We don't have that anymore. The modern NBA is friendly, polished. Everyone's friends with each other. Nobody wants any smoke. But Caitlin and Angel, they're not pretending. They're not hugging it out for the cameras. They want to beat each other, and fans can feel that. If you want to understand why Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese could reshape the basketball world, you have to go back to 1979. Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. Two college stars, one from the cornfields of Indiana, the other from the streets of Lansing. They met in the NCAA title game, a matchup that pulled the highest viewership in college basketball history to this day. Sound familiar? Fast forward a year, both land in the NBA. Magic to the Lakers, Bird to the Celtics. And just like that, the league had a storyline. East versus West, black versus white, flash versus fundamentals. It wasn't just basketball, it was cultural, and it saved the NBA, literally. The league was struggling, ratings were down. Playoff games aired on tape delay, but Bird versus Magic, that was box office. By the mid-'80s, the finals were must-watch TV, arena sellouts, jersey sales booming, and then enter Jordan. and the rest was history. Caitlyn versus Angel feels eerily similar. Different styles, different backgrounds, same fire, same edge. And just like Bird and Magic, they started on the college stage and captivated the entire country. Now, they're on the pro level, on separate teams in different cities, and we get to watch them battle for years. We haven't seen a rivalry with this kind of energy since. Here's where it gets even deeper. Bird and Magic respected each other. They were not friends. Not at first. They want to destroy each other on the court every single time. And the fans loved it. Same with Caitlyn and Angel. There's respect, but make no mistake, there's heat as well. They're not interested in exchanging jerseys. They want buckets. They want wins. They want legacy. And once again, the fans are choosing sides, just like they did in the 80s. Clark is already a fan favorite for her range, poise, and surgical passing. Reese brings attitude, hustle, and a vibe that galvanizes her teammates. They don't need to manufacture drama. It's already there. Because they both want the crown. And the league, both leagues, need that. Because when the game is more than just a game, when it becomes personal, that's when legends are made. It's easy to dismiss this as just WNBA buzz, but the impact is real. Youth participation in girls basketball is rising. Young fans are getting into basketball through the women's game first. Social media clips from the WNBA are outperforming NBA ones. And you know what happens when you get new eyes on the sport? They start watching the whole sport in its entirety. If the NBA wants to recapture that lighting, it doesn't need another super team. It needs stories like this one. This is just the beginning. Caitlyn and Angel are rookies. They haven't even peaked yet, but they've already brought in millions of dollars, millions of views, and millions of conversations. So the question isn't whether this rivalry matters, it's how far it can go. Can it bring more eyes to the WNBA? Can it inspire the NBA to rethink its culture? Or could it do something crazier? Could a rivalry between two women end up saving the men's game? Something to think about. We don't know how this story ends, but for the first time in a long time, basketball feels alive. Real rivalries, real tension, real stakes. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we've been missing. What do you think? Is Caitlyn versus Angel the greatest rivalry in sports right now? Could it really change the NBA? Let me know in the comment section. This is Nate, and you've been watching the Legacy Sports channel. I'll see you all in the next one.